Hello. So, day two. Today it's not my day. Really tired and unmotivated. But I've done everything but three things I think on my to-do list, and it's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. for me. So I think I'm pretty. I'm good at. Um, School is killing me. I got so much homework, and finals are about to start in 2 weeks, I think, and I have an exam in English that I have to. I mean, a test that I have to study for on Thursday and Friday, which is crazy. Like, okay, a whole essay on the second day. It's all right. What was I gonna talk about? What can we talk about? We can talk about punk culture. Let's talk about that, because I started listening to Blink-182 as one of the first music artists that I've ever liked, and I would say they were punk rock when they first started, maybe, yeah, and then they obviously moved on to more pop punk and later alternative rock more. Um, I think I've now listened to more uh, real punk, as some people would say, call it, like Ramones, the Stooges, Sex Pistols, uh, more like that stuff from the 70s and 80s. I like it a lot. You could call me a punk rocker. Yeah, no, but I think it's from the very beginning. It's as real as it is today. And when I say real, I say that sarcastically, because when it started, Sex Pistols were made as a group to push a certain movement, a certain agenda, a certain look. It wasn't because they all genuinely came together and did this. I guess they all did have their point of views, and they had point of views that they shared with punk culture at the time. But from the very start, they got put together by this guy and then his wife, uh, dressed them, and then she became eventually a really famous and rich uh, fashion designer. And that by itself does not mean that it was fake from the beginning. But another fact that I did uh, see or hear about in a video that I saw was that the front man could have been another guy that had glasses that the store that the husband of the wife, which was the store, they were the store owners of where the people were going to try out, I guess, for to be the front man of the band. But there was a guy with glasses, and he auditioned, and the husband was like, no, this guy can't be the front man because he doesn't have the look. He has glasses. That isn't the look we're looking for. So ever since the beginning, punk has had could have like poser allegations because they had glasses, and you can't be a punk without glasses. That, like, you're accusing random people of being posers, basically, because they don't look like what you envision them to look like. And I feel like if it would really be real punk, you wouldn't care if they had glasses or not. So I think ever since the beginning it was very hypocritical. Um, don't care about appearances, but I do care about how I appear to other people it's if I'm a poser or not. I better not be a poser. Um, and you piss people off, but you can't look a certain way for some reason. Eh, I've never gotten that. I have also never gotten the anarchy stuff. I do think in it's fun to think about sometimes. Okay, it's like silly, I would say. But if you really take it seriously, it's nothing very, it doesn't have substance. Even if you do all the anarchy stuff, what are you left with? You're left with anarchy, nothing. I'd rather live in a society where I have to pay some freedoms to get to have rights. uh, and I guess you could say, well, if you're giving up freedoms, then do you really have rights? I think you would. I I think that you have the right for the government to look after you and your rights that they ensure you after you give them some of your freedoms. And sometimes it pays to live in a society more than not being in one. And punks, I guess you could say, never really care about living in society because they are so niche, they're so underground, they love being unknown. So they wouldn't really mind being the outsider outside of a society, but them themselves come together as their own society. So it's it's a movement, I think, full of hatred and hypocrisy with no real direction. So it would have died eventually like it did, and now it's all like pop and I don't know, other stuff. So uh I don't know. This could be a whole other video essay as well. But I just don't have the time for that right now. But good. You can do it too. I'll see you next year when I'm goated and I've done everything I wanted to do. It'll be so good. Also, yes, I'm bald. Winter arc. Yeah.